This is not the story of the One. The One encompasses too much, crushing everything and making it the same. No. This is the story of the many, who are blessed with difference and rich in strangeness. This is the story of a family.
Rich and strangeness. Yeah. That sounds like a family. There's another horror game that looked okay and had a demo out, but I just couldn't get it to work. It's called Stray Souls, and it looked okay, but I couldn't do fuck all. It didn't work, and I tried twice. So yeah. It's good music, but it's loud. Okay, and the text, the subtitles is really small. Shit. How's the sound balance on your end? Or it was. Let me get this straight. Maybe this will work. Come on, grab the game. No. Fucking hell. Come on. It won't grab the game, so... Music's loud. Yeah. No numbers, field of view. What is that? Okay. Turn this off. High quality skylighting. Yeah. Let's try this. Quality high, custom. Is high the highest textures? High, yeah. Okay, let's keep it at high. And apply. Food and water deplete at half the rate as in the standard game. Easy creature, aggressive in the distance at which enemies spot you, and time they chase you is reduced. Okay. Cylinder slows down when approaching players to give them more chances of outrunning it. I actually like this. Enemies chase and take only the player-controlled leader. They ignore AI-controlled members from a herd. Let's try as it is. Controls. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I really though, like, really would love to grab the game exe. Can't. It doesn't show up. That's just weird. Maybe if I switch and come back. Okay. It still has post-trauma. It doesn't want to switch from post-trauma to this, so yeah. I can mirror the screen. Sometimes it's a bit choppy when I do that. So let me know if that's the case. Then I'll have to try again. Let's start the game.
Once upon a time, in the age of the eternal cylinder, there lived a family of little creatures called the Trebhum. Trebhum are not the strongest, nor the fastest, and they do not have sharp teeth. They would make easy prey for the terrible force that came to their planet. But Trebhum are loyal and resourceful.
Oops.
And very, very stubborn. It is with such a Trebhum that our story begins. One clever little creature born into a cruel world, who would be instrumental in bringing prosperity to its kind.
The balance is hopefully better now. I love the animation. So we're learning this together. I know the general gist of the game, but that's it. What an unfortunate place for a beginning. Oh, so we gotta run right away. Yay.
Run, something inside him said. Run.
Don't know how to run. Okay, well, at this jump, nice. So this will crush me, for sure. This game, do you know it? Well,
The great
did it stop?
crushing thing, the great cylinder, had stopped. Perhaps it was safe here for a little while. How quickly it learned to use its legs
Well,
and
yeah.
its trunk. But these things were not so much learned as they were remembered. Perhaps the little Trebhum thought they were a gift from the strange voice it heard in its mind. That too was a kind of memory.
Yeah, I guess it's fine. It stopped for the time being. Gather material. Floop. Yeah, nothing bad could ever come of mushrooms, right? Nothing bad ever happened. I think it's a different one, but I'm not entirely sure. Choose materials you've collected. What is this?
Just when it was starting to get used to its legs, the food from the jumping creature gave it new ones. With the right
Whoa!
substance as a catalyst,
Nice!
a Trebhum
Woo!
can transform and adapt to many challenges.
Try shooting water at the flying bugs. Where? Oh, there. Hold on. So I gotta suck it up first. What? I think if I have to target, I would love mouse and keyboard. But I missed the button prompts, of course. Okay. Oh! So in general, this is like that cylinder. That's the titular eternal cylinder. It will crush everything in its wake, and you go gather shit to mutate, then being able to outrun it. Once you get to a certain point, you can chill a little bit, and then we'll start again, and so forth. I'm just not sure why what is happening, so. And how the mutations work and all that crap. Okay, our inventory is full. Is that it? This is so wrong. This is so wrong. It's autofill issue. Is this TOS? Be right back. Okay. Can we suck up? Well, not really. Okay. How do I increase my inventory? I'm probably gonna mutate as well. Okay. Oh, it was chill with the aiming, though. I think I'll stick to mouse and keyboard. We'll figure it out at some point. Oh, I guess up there that blue symbol is the timer of how long it'll take for the cylinder to start rolling again.
The Trebhum was drawn to a bright light, or perhaps to the creature next to it.
Oh, okay.
Except for the grass growing on the old one's head, they were very much alike. Surrounded by this light, the Trebhum knew things it had not known before. It knew the older Trebhum had carried this light for a long, long time. And it knew that now that responsibility had passed to the next generation. Yes, this young Trebhum had to carry the light to those great towers in the distance.
Okay.
It could have stayed here to learn many old things, but the cylinder would not allow it. Run, the inner voice said, run.
I thought we had
the
more
towers
time.
would
Okay.
not stop the cylinder unless they were activated.
So, if I get past that barrier, I'm safe. Is that it? Stop this quickly. Step on the power symbol at the base of the tower to activate it and prevent the Eternal Cylinder from advancing. Okay, well, that would have been neat info earlier. But the thing is not advancing so quickly, so it's fine.
Quickly, the Trebhum had to step on the symbol or the cylinder would not be stopped.
I don't want to stay here.
The voice inside the Trebhum's memories assured it that while the tower stood, the Trebhum would be safe. The power of the Eternal Cylinder was contained for now.
For now. Okay, I can't do this. Okay.
This relative tranquility gave the Trebhum a chance to think about its family. Trebhum are not meant to live alone, so where were the others?
Jumping sounds like we have the hiccups. Okay. Your Trebhum is too young to swim across. Watch the beams of light that come from activated towers. They will point you to objectives or areas of interest. Okay.
It was hard for the Trebhum to know what to do or where to go. But the friendly voice suggested this was not the right way. To find your path, it said, you must follow the beam of light that emanates from the tip of the tower. and stay away from the
No,
deep
this thing
waters
doesn't seem too
where the
friendly.
old things dwell.
I wonder what happens if I die. I guess they're... better safe than finding out without having saved. Whew. And you know, I'm not the biggest fan of like time restrictions. That's why I was a bit hesitant. Oh wow. Oh, we can. That doesn't take inventory room. Cool. Crystals. I'm torn between controller and movement is a bit easier with the controller.
Finding another Trebhum was a cause for joy, but this new friend was not well. Deep inside the memories it had inherited, the Trebhum found the answer. To recover, its friend needed a very specific substance which appeared as glittering clusters of crystal dust.
Warp
Dust
dust!
is not natural. Only a great Trebhum could create it. And so it was on the achievements of previous generations that the newborn Trebhum would have to rely. Luckily, it seemed a wise and powerful Trebhum had passed through here some time ago.
Can we name? Enter name. So I'm gonna be very creative and give these chat names. Who wants to be the yellow Trebhum? Yellow whitish. Come on. Not everyone at once. Sorrow? Okay. Oops. There we go. Where do we see the names? Oh, you can I switch to them? Hold on. Can I now play as the Sorrow? If so, how? Now we'll learn if that's the case. No, I don't know how to get up there. Oh, we can actually jump high enough. Can we? No, Sorrow is eating on his own. That's good. What the hell is this? See, I'm torn. I love the fact that there's so many really weird things that I can't find. I'm just not the biggest fan of, like, the time restriction, you know? Being in constant fear that the cylinder will crush you. That's a creature! This is a little bit like the Savage Planet. As well. Did that thing explode? In a gas cloud? What happens? Will we be... Oh, we need a third companion. Okay. I see. So you don't care about water. Now you got the hard shell. Okay. The fuck is this game? So, Lies, have you played this? Or watched it? Aww. Oh. Yeah, we don't have a lot of stamina to do the swimming, but there's a lot underwater. Now, how do I know what will... Did you ask me? Yes, I wanted to know if you've seen this game or played it. Bleh. Oh. Oh, now. Interesting. I guess I have to eat everything you saw. Okay. Have to eat everything to find out what does. Yeah, so the same as me. Hmm. Can I give this a new name? Something? No worries. No worries, Bulldog. Guess if I find something that can mutate me, I will know. I'll just eat everything. Or drink everything, or... There's trumpeting plants? Dematic trunk, let it make a sound that will startle. I'm not sure what this is for just yet, but you know, I think that's the whole idea. If you like doing this, I think the game is amazing. If you tire from this quickly, if there's... Do you want the trumpet mutation as well, Sorrow? I don't know where to get those back, those legs again. What the fuck is this? Let's cheers on it. I can give you the trumpet mutation. That's easy. Or more or less easy, but you know. Guess we need water. Zoro's the loud one. I see how it is. I would love to rename the initial one we had. Can I eat stones? Is this Zoro? No. There's snow there. Appears dangerous. Okay.
Our young friend had found an egg.
Oh.
A Trebhum egg with one of his siblings inside. The egg had been abandoned, but it could still be made to hatch. All that was needed was a source of heat.
This looks like a source of heat. Oh yeah. So, who's that gonna be? But how can... Why was I able to like, name the other one and not this one? Did the button prompt fuck up? How... Okay. I need to find out how I can rename everyone. It's not an option. Not being able to rename them. Oh, we need water for endurance. Okay. Nah, I think. So I'll switch to this. It just had the button prompt the first time. No, it doesn't have it. Damn it! We need water. I have to find water. No, I keep pressing the wrong buttons. Well, this should help us. Can we do that while in the water? I would love to do that underwater. So I'm as clueless as everyone, so if you have cool ideas, not but cool ideas. What happens if I scare these? Oh, well. What do we do with this? Shall we put that into one of the ovens as well? Because we can. I don't know what anything does in this. Oh, come on! Don't be a douche. Ah! We're just bouncing away from it for some reason. Oh, come on! It worked earlier, why doesn't it work now? Maybe it's the long legs? Yeah. We'll figure it out eventually, and if we kill it by accident. Hey, Taya! No worries. You missed the horror game, but you're still in time for this, because we haven't done anything, really. Wow, you dick! Is this hurting us? I don't think so. Well, we can open that door now. Yeah, we don't have enough stamina for this. Should we try and see what's behind the door? Wee! What made the wee sound? The fuck? Oh no 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 no! The fuck? Nightmare fuel! Yeah. Taya, I'm not entirely sure either. Shall we get the Sorrow eaten? Ow! Jesus Christ. Did it poke itself? Man, fuck this. So we're sacrificing the other one to see what happens if one of them is eaten. Is that what you're saying? Let's save. That was one shot. Okay. We had to try. Right? All for science. It's another one of those big things over there. I just wish I could rename them all. I mean, those trees are new. I wonder what we can do with them. I was so sure I would be able to climb this. I guess not. I'm not sure about those. Hold on. Give me a fish. Flum. Nice. Can I swim with that? Let's give it to the new dude. Oh, you dick! Oh! Fucking a-hole. Yeah, the jumping sounds like hiccups. Indeed. I don't want to give the one with the jumpy legs another mutation. I want the new guy to have a new mutation, you know? He's gonna be the swimmy one, I think. If we ever run into one of those creatures again. Freaking hell. You a-hole. Yeah, and he doesn't even have it on him anymore. Fuck. There. Can not only swim more quickly, but also can perform a high jump out of the water, okay. Do, do, do. Oh! Let's see what that does. Allows the traveler to store a larger number of objects. Okay. Well. Scuffed. So he's the designated fat one now. Whee! This game is so odd. I mean, I know I have to go to that portal that we can open with 3 people, but I still want to kind of, you know, explore. See what's going on. No, he's stuck because he's so big. Okay. Yeah, that's nothing new. Let's go open the door just because we can. I think I've gotten everything. I tried everything once. I think. If you see something that doesn't look like we interacted with it, please let me know. I mean, you didn't get killed by that thing, but that's okay. There's gotta be use for that as well. We'll find it out. Find a use for it, I'm pretty sure. This is where we found the other one. Yep.
This door had been built for Trebhum. It gave them hope that in this large and dangerous world, some places had been made for them.
Yay! Hurrah! It's been made for them. They're enter Elder Cave. It's a death trap. Yoo-hoo! Pow! Okay. I see. Oh. What is? Oh. We need an electric upgrade. Maybe? Tap to quickly change. Hold to menu is like, yeah, I know that one. Thank you very much. Don't worry if you lose sight of one of your family members. They will always manage to get to where the group leader is. Okay, good. We figured. Oh, nice. Okay. And they're a source of water. I guess they are watermelons. Yeah, you seem happy. This square one. He looks like Dicey. Don't you think? Don't want to interact just yet, but I think that's the only thing I can do. Yeah.
Somehow this ancient statue transferred knowledge to the Trebhum.
Organic cube. Okay. So, who's gonna be square?
It was as if
Okay.
A memory had been stored inside it, waiting for someone to absorb it.
Okay.
And as soon as this knowledge had entered their minds, the Trebhum realized that there was a great library of information hidden away in the web of their memories. But why was the knowledge of a specific ingredient placed here in this Trebhum made of stone?
Well, that's easy. We need to find the mutation to be a cube to work that. And this looks just like... Let's try. Yeah. Bloop. Very nice. Oops. Sorry. Sorry, Solo. What the F is this game? Hold on, there was something... Well, normally... Oh, I can still roll. Okay, I thought I might not be able to roll anymore. But it still works. Ooh, hello. The camera is a bit iffy. It doesn't feel too great. Ooh! Yes. Who was so excited? Was it Zoro? Can we shoot water at those things? I love how they all start doing the same. But it doesn't seem to matter. Oh, shit. Okay, well, let's see. Which attracts sack flies. Great! Sackläuse. Toll. Well, let's speak to the Elder One. But why? Yeah, I don't know. The whole question of why is, I think, the biggest mystery in this game. Why, though? We can continue here, but... Well, let's get this before we talk to the Elder. We got all the crystals. Is it all of them? Yeah, I think so. We don't need a square fruit. Okay. Let's talk to the Elder.
Inside the cave, the Trebhum found a living elder. It had been waiting in this chamber for a long, long time. The elder told them it was happy to see some friends before the cylinder came. It said, "You are young, so you never knew the time when our people could shapeshift at will. We Trebhum are inheritors of a vast tree of abilities, abilities passed on to all future Trebhum. But this power is being taken away. Beware the servants of the cylinder. They will seek to hurt you at every opportunity, and they have the power to
It's
rob
half
you
a
of
car?
your abilities." But if you persevere, one day you will find a way to protect yourselves from their evil light. Farewell, my brave friends. I fear
can't
I
even-
am too old and tired to join you. May you find a way to prosper in this time of struggles.
Soros mal wieder der am meisten Warp Dust schnüffelt. Anything else? Jesus Christ, I'm yawning. Constantly, I'm sorry.
It was not easy to leave the cave, but the elder had urged them to go forward. Suddenly they felt the weight of their many tasks. To
So
find
who's
their
that,
Trebhum
since we now
siblings,
can rename it?
to restore the powers
wants to
that
be the new
people had
one?
lost. And it all seemed a little daunting. But even
Does
when
she?
they are afraid, Trebhum are stubborn.
Yay? Do you? Okay. We can do that. No, let's play as Taya. Okay. Hold on. Yeah. Let's see what mutation we can give Taya. What is that? I don't even know what's up, what's down. I don't want it near me. I don't think that's safe. No, doesn't seem safe. Wow. Run, Taya! Okay. I think the blue energy dome that radiates from the tower you acted will awaken the Eternal Cinder. Warning, not all towers have the same radius of protection. Some may be weaker. Okay. Are we ready to run? Like, to advance the story? Do we feel ready? Do you want to have... Like, you know what mutations are here? We can try and find bouncy legs again, although I really don't know where. I can give you a trumpet mutation, a square one, and fish legs. What do you want? Or, like, carry capacity. What's this? Fishy legs. So that was the red one, right? Oh. Okay. But can we get... Okay. Boink! Now you're the swimming one, and you can bounce really high in the water. Still want to know. Did we miss something? What's this? Okay, we can't eat that. Do we think we found everything? Yeah. There is a tower over there. If I can get there, that's something else. But there's a valley that leads towards it, so... I don't know how long the stamina will last with... There's no other tower. No! Run away. Let's do it.
The cylinder resumed its destruction. Nothing could stop it forever. They needed to roll to safety to find another tower to protect them quickly.
This seems to be quite easy to reach. Seems. Oh. We need our endurance back. Pyramids? And another... Oh man. Can we do it with the egg? That would be amazing. If not, we'll sacrifice the egg. Not gonna lie. Run, you fool! No! No! Don't turn back! Don't look back! Don't look back! Run, 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 run! Ah! Fuck! So close! Sorry, Taya. Everyone died.
There was no more point of running. The cylinder would consume everything.
Let's try the autosave. I could have saved beforehand, but I didn't want to let the poor egg stay behind, you know?
The cylinder resumed its destruction. Nothing could stop it forever. They needed to roll to safety to find another tower to protect them quickly.
The poor egg, though. Now we need to rest for a second. Can we roll with the egg? We'll never find out. We will never know. Or shall we try taking the egg with us? Try rolling? Yeah, I can't even jump. That fucker. We're all poisoned. We're all poisoned. You know what? Let's try again. I want to take that fucking egg with me. You know? I don't know if I can. If I can't roll with it, I'll leave it behind, but I want to try. Taya's gonna be the big savior of that egg. Potentially.
The cylinder resumed its destruction. Nothing could stop it forever. They needed to roll to safety to find another tower to protect them quickly.
Some stamina back. Oh, the grub stopped me in my tracks. No, we can't roll with it. Let's go then. Screw that. Poor egg. Rip. Now it seems like I had all the time in the world, right? But everything's fucked. Ha ha ha. Rip. Woohoo! Everyone's dead! Woohoo! I wonder if you can climb the towers at some point. Like, if there's a fly ability or something that you can get at, on the other end of the cylinder, you know? That would be kind of nice. But, you know, I don't think, even with the jumpy legs... Maybe you have some, like, sticky legs, where you can climb walls. That could work. I don't think... Shall we try that? I mean, otherwise... Yeah, spider leg, something on those lines. We can try the trumpet real quick. I mean... Yeah, it's not a bad idea. We'll see if it works, but it's worth a try. But I'll have to be another... have to be Sorrow. Let's try that.
The cylinder resumed its destruction. Nothing could stop it forever. They needed to roll to safety to find another tower to protect them quickly.
Come on, you fuck. Sorrow. Nope. That ain't working. It's... No. We're dead! Oh! I don't know if it's the same. Okay, we have to start again. I don't know how to save.
The towers had fallen and the light was lost. There was no more point of running. The cylinder would consume everything.
My nose is so itchy and I don't know why. And it's annoying as hell, so let's roll. We don't know how to save the egg. So we might as well.
The cylinder resumed its destruction. Nothing could stop it forever. They needed to roll to safety to find another tower to protect them quickly.
be standing on it, I think. Now it's so slow, I don't get it. I think the second you try to grab the egg, it speeds up. That's my impression. I might be totally wrong, but that's what it feels like, for sure. Am I right or am I right? We get to see everyone die, though. So that's good. Oh, something survived. Damn it. Oh, Taya, do you want... Oh, shit. Get away from me. Oh, no. Do you want to try the weird... Hold on, I gotta move my camera. Or turn it off for a second. I think I'll put it here. Like, we can try and mutate you into a leech, if you feel like it. I can do it with another one. Okay, let's try. Water processor. The water processor mutation is constantly processing ingredients found in its inventory slots, transforming them into water. Note that this does not extract any nutrients from them. Be mindful of what you absorb with this Trebhum, as his body will automatically process any organic ingredient stored inside. So you're the one to bring along when we're in the desert?
The Trebhum were excited by this discovery. This new mutation would allow them to extract water from ingredients.
You look weird as hell.
Quite dry. But the voice cautioned them to be careful. More water was useful, but this process would not extract any nutrients. They would have to use it carefully and wisely.
You're the water pump. Sorry. You look weird. I mean, look who's talking. I mean, I still see Velu, whatever, as myself, so, you know, I'm the weirdest so far.
The Trebhum found themselves almost as lost as they had been in the beginning. But the voice in their memories comforted them. It was only natural to be confused, it said. They had been born into a strange, broken world, cut off from the history of their ancestors. Everyone was a little lost these days. What mattered was to keep going, to keep looking for answers, to keep carrying the light they held within them, the light that stopped the cylinder.
Come on. Oh, okay. Well, what's this? Let's watch it. There was another mutation though, right? Is that the same? Oh, that's life. Okay. Hmm. Not as useful. Hey, Lone, greetings. How are you? Thanks. That's the December stream sweater. I try to wear it during the whole pre-Christmas time. Not that long anymore. Yeah, we're sniffing your wub dust. It's too late now. How are you doing, Lone? There's one of those fucks. I guess we have to go to the pyramid. Oh yeah, we do. This doesn't look healthy. Does it now? Yeah, I'm okay. It's tiring times, but so far so good. Streaming and weird ass games help distract me. I saved. Let's jump down. See if I die. Wow! Woohoo! Oh yeah, we're choking. You know, let's load. We're all poisoned. We might as well load. No, not autosave. I wanted to... Meh. Okay, but we're up there. That's fine. It works. Oh, is this... This is too hot. We can't touch it. Fuck. Wow. Maybe that heals us? I don't know. I don't know. This game is hard as hell. There's the next tower. It's not that far away. But I guess we need a heat-resistant mutation or something. Should we go to the pyramid? Or no, let's explore for a bit first. If there's something else. And we need a poison resistance as well, obviously. Because those pits... I'm fairly sure that something useful is in the pits, but, you know. I think the game being so weird helps with the entertainment value, even if shit doesn't make any sense. Does this heal us, maybe? That would be cool. It gives us endurance. Or does it? I'm not sure. I thought it did, but nah, not really. Oh, look at this. No, no, no! Woohoo! Now, do you think getting close to the red barrier will warm this up enough to incubate it? Oh. Should, right? If we're dying from heat, you would think. If not, we'll kill it, obviously. Because I don't see any of those heating stones or whatever they were. I'm trying to get carefully closer to it. We may have sacrificed it. Where do we put it, though? Do we bring it inside the pyramid? What could go wrong in there, right? It's a shrine, okay. Where's the egg?
In this strange, eerie temple, the Trebhum felt something stir in their memories. There was a great power in this place. Something from the days when even the elders were young. Perhaps it could help them.
What is that skeleton? The hell? Oh. We need those flies? Wow. What is this? Who do we give it to? Does this thing actually, does the grass on my head attract those? Is that it? Come on, folks. Oops. Come on. It actually does. Log. Perhaps it could help them. There's a great power in this place, something blah 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 blah. Okay. What does this do? Why do we see this? Objective?
The Trebhum were disoriented for a moment. Something new had entered their memories and they needed to make sense of it. It seemed to be a map. And on this map, a location had been marked. If they understood correctly,
we couldn't bring this
there was
into
some
light,
manner of
I guess.
serpent, a guardian, a greater being of some kind, somehow linked to a safe haven. Could they find refuge there? Their ancestors must have created this map for a reason.
You have hair now as well, do you? Yep. Taya, do you want hair? There's one more round to go. If you want hair. If I can spit it out, you know, that's... Oh no, I ate it! Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Shit. The next hair will be yours. Damn it, I fucked it up. I'm an idiot. What do we do here? There we go. Sorry. Sorry, Daya. I messed it up. Third eye, you can use this mutation to look for specific ingredients by tagging them in a compendium. This can be useful for tracking down items required for objectives.
Of all the changes the Trebhum were experiencing, growing a third eye was the strangest one yet. To make things even stranger, this eye seemed to look in two directions at once, into the world and into their memories. They could use it to find in the real world any element that was contained in the web of their memories. It was truly a remarkable mutation.
The three-eyed water pump. Sorry. The hell? And what do we do here? What's this? I don't really understand what we gotta do here. Yeah, this is really weird as hell, and I'm enjoying it, even though it is... I thought we could pick this up and bring it over there, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Is that all there was? I mean, you found a lot in here, so... Oh, there's a treasure chest up there. Hold on. Oh, well, if I were to walk in the direction... Oh. Hard shells. Some ingredients cannot be eaten until their edible interiors have been exposed. And multiple ways to break open ingredients. Try experimenting with throwing them, crushing them, or feeding them to other creatures. Items with a breakable exterior are marked with a yellow border in the inventory. Okay. Oh! What? Plated body. I'm not square anymore, but okay. Jesus Christ. Anything else? I think that's it now. This game, man. This game. I'm a tank now, yeah. A loud tank.
What manner of strange beast lurked behind the cylinder? The Trebhum were deeply unsettled by this new mystery. But though some part of them was curious, they were certain it would be best not to find out.
No, we need to find out. So there is a way behind the cylinder. I'm a green shell now. Sadly, I'm hairy as well. But now we could move on. I was just hoping we'd find something for the poisonous stuff down there. And you know what's the worst? The egg that I tried to bring in and then left outdoors was in the door when it closed. So even if we now find something where we can incubate it, it is gone. I don't even know where we found it initially, if it maybe returned to that. Hey, Quack, greetings. What's for dinner? If I may ask. Can we suck on that thing? Are we gonna freeze here? Yeah, of course. Yeah, I don't think streaming before eating is a good idea. Oh shit. Run! Or roll! Whatever. Why not both? Anyone want the trumpet mutation while we're here? Taya? Yes? No? I mean, if you're three-eyed, loud water pump. Yes? Okay. Startle or frighten predators. We gotta try that out if we can actually scare some things off. Coffee. So there was nothing on this end. No. And we're not poison resistant, so we can't do anything here. So we might as well try and reach the next tower. So I see one there. Is there another one that's closer? Doesn't seem like it. Oh, did that actually scare him off? Nice! Taya shows him. I don't see a tower that's closer. So, that's the one we're aiming for. This time, I'll save. I think when we reach the tower, I'm done for today. That's midnight, so yeah. But that's a game that when I don't have an idea, we could actually stream again, because it's so weird ass. Oh, there's a poison pit. No, Taya, don't! Don't! Oh, Taya. Ah. No, those are fish legs, not chicken legs. There we go. Woo! Triumph! This game, I don't even know anymore. This game is so odd. Folks, would you mind coming over here a bit more? Thank you. I want to know what those Dyson spheres are for. To boldly go. Wow. What? What? Oh, hungry. Stomach meter represents your party's food and energy meter. It's divided into the stomach and the energy pouch. The stomach holds all the food you consume and fills up depending on the nutritional qualities of the ingredients you eat. The trebum can digest food when resting, standing still, which depletes the stomach and fills the energy pouch. The energy pouch is not only necessary for the trebum to survive, it's essential for replenishing the energy they use to roll. The less energy you have, the more slow your stamina and endurance will regenerate. However, rolling consumes a lot of energy, so you plan on rolling to distant safe areas, you must be prepared. Okay.
As their fear faded, the trebum started feeling weak and tired. With all the excitement and adventure, they'd neglected their most basic needs. The sound of an empty stomach reminded them that survival requires more than escaping from danger. You also have to eat. Luckily, one of the many gifts of the trebum is the capacity to store food in their bodies. But they still need to digest it to gain the vital energy that gives them strength. And for such small creatures, they do require rather a lot of food.
So it's gonna get grindy.
The savannah was rich in flora and fauna which would satisfy their little bellies without necessarily triggering a mutation.
The savannah, so the water function will come in handy. Okay. Nice. I think that's a funny game to do every so often. Multi-Taya. Yeah, Taya for the win.